Hiya, I'm Bill. Welcome to another video. Today I'm going to be showing you how I make bacon. Yes, bacon. We all love it. We love that smell of bacon. Bacon!
Bacon, bacon, bacon.
It's like coffee.
You said coffee.
And homemade bread, you know, all the bakers, you smell the bakers in the morning. Oh, the smell is fantastic. But it's easy as 1, 2, 3. Simple as that. I'm going to show you how I do it. It's not hard. It's not one of those things that takes a scientist to work out. Yes, you can kill yourself if you put too many nitrates in it, but we won't be doing that. There's very small amounts of nitrate goes in the meat, so you'll be surprised in how little salts, nitrates and stuff go in the meat. So follow me on this video and I promise you'll be a pro by the end of it. Give it a big fat thumbs up because that helps my channel. Subscribe if you like this kind of content. I do all sorts of gardening hints and tips, how to save money, homemade baking, homesteading, how to make cheaper things, how to save you money and get the most delicious things that you could ever eat. So follow me, you won't regret it. Thanks, and I'll get you back into the tutorial. Thanks, bye bye. Right, this is the easy tutorial on how to make your own bacon. So basically you want to get a nice big pork loin like this. This is not the best one, I must admit, but it will do. And this comes from Spain. It was cheap, so I done it. So it's a 1.5 kilos. So that'll make 5 bacon. Now I leave the skin on because that will render down when you cook it. So I include that as well. Now the next step is always make sure you have to wash your hands in between. Right, the next step is to weigh your meat, and that's, well, see, this is supposed to be 1.5 kilos. Now they've underdone the meat, so it comes out at 1.4.
Are you joking?
410 grams. So this is very important that you weigh it first. So the next thing you need to do, you need to go on this website. Now this website will give you the exact details of your nitrates, that'll be very small on this small joint, your sugar and your salts. So it's very important that you get this stage right. So I'm going to get the details. There is a formula how to do it, and butchers generally do it on a bit of paper, but I like to do it on the website, so then I'm not worried about killing myself when I put too many nitrates in it.
Get mad, baby.
Right, so I need, based on this calculator that I'll put in the description below, I need 24 grams of salt. So we're going to slowly pour it. There we go, 24 grams of salt. Or 25, that's fine. Now we want to tear it, and we want to put the sugar in. And the sugar is 14.1 grams. So I'm going to do this with a spoon, because it makes it a little bit easier. Now the sugar I use is Demerara sugar. It's got a lovely taste to it. Right, it's 14. There we go, 14. Now the pink cure is this stuff, Prague powder number 1. Now it's got a pinky sort of look to it, and it smells very much like chlorine. We need 3.5 grams. So what I like to do, because I don't want to kill myself, I get a new pot, and then because that's only a small amount, I put So that's gone on the 4, but it's 3.5. Hi, I just want to stop the video just to sort of tell you the kind of scale that I would use for the nitrates, because they need a precision amount of nitrates. For a small joint, I needed 3.5 mil of nitrates, and you can see that it can be a bit of a difficult task. Now, you don't have to be 100%, but I like to get it perfect. So basically use this scale that I'm going to put in the links in the description, and then you get it precise. So you could just take that much out. See? So basically what I was saying is you need a precision scale, not like me basically. That's too much. It's best to just take your time and literally just do a tiny bit at a time. There you go. And that, if you look at that there, that's a very small amount of Prague powder number 1 in the whole mix of it. And if you look at that whole mix it all up.
Sit up.
Now, you just mix it all up so it's all nicely distributed. Right, now you've got your mix. You can get everything out the way so you don't sort of spill anything. And it's best to keep your curing salts and your sugars away from any other ingredients so you don't get any cross-contamination. That is very important. Now, what we need a big enough bag to put this pork loin in and give it a good rub. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get a vacuum pack and then we're going to put it in that. Now, a little tip for the bags is, if you're vacuum packing, turn it the other way round. I don't know if you could see that. You can see that I've turned the lip over, then you don't get any mess on the outside, the bit that you're vacuum packing. So we get that in there. Now, you don't have to have a vacuum packer. You can do it in a Ziploc bag. That's what most people do. So what we do now, we basically just tip that in there and tip that in the front like that. Don't know if you can see that. Yeah. Put that down each side like that, and then what we're going to do is just make sure it rubs it all in. Make sure it's all in the areas, all over the joint. Make sure it's properly saturated into the meat, and that is basically what you need to do. That is the finished product. Now, I like to cure this for 7 days, yeah? And each day, you put it in the fridge. Well, first I put vacuum pack it. And then each time, you turn it so that the salts, and you'll find this joint that's very, very squidgy will go very, very hard. So I'll show you in the next step. The magic of YouTube. Now, as you can see, all vacuum packed, that's nice and tight, so all the ingredients are going to go embedded into the meat. Now, you can see how wibbly wobbly this meat is, and you'll see within, I'd say, 2 days, that's going to be really pink and solid. Right, day 1, as you can see, just turn it over and it's already soliding up. Look, if you can see, that is soliding up. So that's very good. Right, on to the next day 2. Well, I hope you found that interesting. Now, what you've got to do is keep turning the meat from back to front for 7 days or thereabouts. It's depending on the size of the meat. Now you could get the device online on the size of the meat depending on how long, but it's always based on about 7 to 10 days roughly, usually. And what I do next is, once the 7 days is up, I then wash the meat, because it will be a slightly bit salty, and make sure procedures in place for like hygiene and stuff, so wash your hands and all that sort of thing. I'm sure we all know that. But then basically what you do, you make sure that you wash it back and front and give it a good wash, wash the meat, and then pat it dry with some kitchen roll, slice a few slices off with a sharp knife, and then fry it. And if it's too salty for your liking, then what I suggest is dump it in a big pot of water, in the fridge for a day, and that will just draw some of the salt out. Now do the same procedure, wash it, pat it dry, and then slice a bit off, and then it should be fine. But I find with the baking calculator that I'm going to show you a little QR code on this, in this corner here, you can just scan that with your phone and it will take you to the baking calculator, and that could get you all the details. Now all the ingredients you need are in the description below. If you use my links, I do get a tiny little bit of a kickback from Amazon, so I really do appreciate if you could use those links, and because I don't get an awful lot of money from these videos, so every little helps, as you can understand. Hi, thanks for watching this video. If you could give it a big fat thumbs up, I'd really appreciate that, as it really helps me out. If you would consider subscribing, that would help me out too, and you'd love my videos. Thanks very much. See ya. Bye bye.